Commander, as you can see, our situation is shockingly grave.
Hey everybody, this is Idris of Wiikspeak on episode 4, I believe it is. Well, basically, Kane's not here with me today, so I decided to review something only I really know about. A great video game that hit store shelves not too long ago, Red Alert 3. Yeah, baby, that's right. A good one. Now, Red Alert 3 is a direct sequel to Red Alert 2, made quite a long time ago. I'm not sure what year. I think it was maybe late 1990s, early 2000s. Made by Westwood. Now, Westwood did not participate in Red Alert 3, which is kind of a bummer because Westwood was epic. But I think that EALA did a very good job on making Red Alert 3, and I kind of expected them to because they had a really good portfolio of other games they've done in the past. That includes the Battle for Middle-earth, and what else did they do? There's countless games that they've done. So, basically, Red Alert 3 is cut from old school cloth, big time, and I really like that. It feels right in your hands like Red Alert 2, and Red Alert 2 was epic, so it's got that real sort of old school feel to it. Plus, it still follows the same real actor cutscene moments, which I really enjoy to watch, plus beautiful CG stuff blended into it. And so, first of all, the storyline gets delivered through these real cutscenes very well, and these real cutscenes include a lot of star actors. It's a really nice star-studded cast, and I really enjoy it, and I believe all 3 factions, an additional faction got added, each of them do get a very respectable cast with actors that have appeared in a lot of hit movies and shows. So, basically, the game is very entertaining just to watch those little movies that they get with some awesome CG action scenes blended in, as I just mentioned previously. So, basically, Red Alert 3 is a definition of basically a hit RPG game, not RPG, but RTS of our time. And so, in RTSs, I'd say the best RTS that I've played is, StarCraft. Go figure. But Red Alert 3, for the newest RTSs I've played, I'd say Red Alert 3 is the best. They did a very good job of balancing the teams. There's a really nice dimension to the gameplay. The graphics are great if your computer can support that. And my favorite part is the way it incorporates naval gameplay. Red Alert 3 incorporates naval gameplay like never seen before, and can even support building bases at sea, which is really cool. So you got these huge naval battles going on with planes and ships and submergible vehicles that can go on to land, or like submarines that can sprout wings and turn into ships and stuff. It's really awesome feel, and it's really blends sort of a hardcore sci-fi element to the game. Like, as you know, the Red Alert series has been a lot more over the top and playful compared to something like the Tiberium series, where everything's a lot more drab and serious. So, Red Alert 3 is essentially a great game, and I think it's going to be hitting 360 and PS3 as well as PC. I have it on the PC, and it's great. Works awesomely. And so, basically, if you just cover the 3 main parts of the game: storyline, graphics, and gameplay. Now, storyline is good, and very well structured, and kind of over the top, and you kind of wonder if the EALA is almost parodying themselves of how sort of comical the storyline can be at times, but it's still really intense and immersive. And then you get to the gameplay. Well, actually, no, I think we should step to the graphics, because the gameplay is the biggest part. So the graphics are very good. They can be very bad if you turn them down all the way, but unimaginably beautiful if you turn them up. I think Red Alert 3 has done something that I really respect. They've kind of taken down the graphics just a tad lower of what technology is capable of, but from there they're able to make everything very smooth. They can make loading bars just 1 to 2 seconds long. There's no lag in the game whatsoever, no slow frame rates unless it's something wrong with your computer or console. And so they've basically smoothed out the experience to make it perfect. and then once you hit the gameplay for an RTS is great. The teams are balanced, the environments are beautiful, the missions it gives you, including the campaign, is great, and the units are really fun to mess around with. I mean, there's the three factions, the Americans, the Soviets, and the Empire of the Rising Sun, aka the Japanese. So basically, the teams are balanced, but how they play is very differently. Like, I hate how the Americans play. I cannot play the Americans. The Soviets are my favorite team by concept, but to me the Japanese are the easiest to play. And also they're just flat up awesome. They're a new addition to the game, and they have like mechs that can turn into planes that can go underwater, and it's really intense, and it's really just, it'll blow your mind once you just get a hold of the game. And so, like I said before, the way it incorporates naval gameplay is really cool. And for someone who doesn't know a whole lot about Red Alert 3, Red Alert 3 differs from the earlier Red Alerts and Tiberium resource collecting, from whether you harvest at these huge fields, or like Tiberium fields or ore fields. And here you actually gather from nodes, where one harvester can be assigned to one node. And I think it's a lot more sort of easily flowing experience, and you don't have to worry about like building silos or any of that crap. So basically, Red Alert 3 has taken the problems of all the earlier games EALA and Westwood have done, and basically perfected and refined the experience. So it's a very admirable title, and anyone who's a fan of the series or just a fan of the RTS genre will love Red Alert 3. I can almost guarantee it to you. And, well, I haven't really played the full campaign. I've played the majority of the Americans and the Russian campaign, and I've done about half of the Japanese campaign. And so the campaign feels very thorough and stamped out and very respectably done. And then so, basically, if I think something for somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about Red Alert 3, I could go into the factions a little bit, which is kind of what I like to do. The Americans, Red Alert 3 has kind of a different feel to it. They're, despite the addition of the Japanese, the Red Alert 3 actually seems to be focused on the Soviets a lot. Red Alert 2 seemed to be sort of, Americans are the best, we come here to save the day, and Russians are these terrible savages that come to destroy us. And I've always hated that view and everything, because I personally am Russian, and my family's Russian, and it really just pisses me off when people think that, like, in so many Western, things, like books, movies, video games, they insist on making Russians the enemies, when in reality,